How's it going, everyone? My name is JJ Star and welcome back to the Pokemon episodes reviews. It has been a very long time since I've sat down and recorded one of these, and here we are with the first episode of the Masters 8. So we open up today's episode with Ash and Go arriving at the Masters 8 tournament, the big stadium, and they managed to meet Hop, which was a very nice introduction. They had a battle, but Ash absolutely one hit, destroyed Hop. No issues. I mean, Wooloo could have put up a little bit more of a fight, but hey, we're not here to see these two battle, we're here to see the Masters 8 battle. We also managed to see the introduction of Team Rocket, and their radio show is now at the Masters 8. I like the fact that they introduced it with Wham Bam Zetto, which I thought was a very nice to see. I had to go back and actually see the older episodes to see if it was the same name, and it was, but very nice to see that. We then see Ash running down the corridor, super excited to meet the Masters 8, and comes across Iris, who then run with each other. They bump into the Masters 8 dressing room, I guess it is, and they see everyone, and everyone looks really annoyed that these two kids had just interrupted their nice, quiet, peaceful time. We then get to see all the introductions of the Masters 8 in order, so it goes Ash, then Iris, then Alan, then Diantha, then Lance, Steven, Cynthia, and finally Leon. And then we get to see the matchups. First up, we have ALAIN versus LEON. And can I just say, I don't think the journey style quite fits with ALAIN. I feel like he looks a bit strange. He doesn't look quite right. It might just be me, but hey, let me know if you think the same in the comments. The second match will be Lance versus Diantha. Pretty excited for this one. I can't quite see a clear winner. I feel like Lance may get it just to have that rematch with Leon, but Diantha's a good trainer. She's got that Mega Guarded War, so we'll have to see what happens there. We then got Cynthia and Iris. Again, very excited to see this match. Can't see a clear winner. I feel like Cynthia will win that, just so we can get the Ash versus Cynthia, but Iris is a good trainer. She's got Haxorus now. You know, Araxia's evolved, so we'll have to see what happens with that one. And then the final one is Ash versus Steven. And I'll tell you what, if I was a betting man, I'd put all my money on Steven, because there'd be no way in a million years Ash would win against Steven. I mean, Steven is just like one of the best trainers ever. He's got that shiny Mega Metagross, unbelievable Pokemon, but since it's the Pokemon anime and Pokemon Journeys, Ash will probably end up beating Steven. I mean, we saw last week with Paul, Ash's Gengar managed to destroy Paul's Metagross, so they could do the same with that. But hey, I feel like Steven would win, in my opinion, but we all know that Ash is going to win that one. We then headed back to the dressing room. We saw Iris fangirling over Diantha and Cynthia, asking for a picture, and I thought this was very nice, very sweet for Iris to do. I feel like Iris is one of the best characters in this, you know. As someone who wasn't as much of a fan of Iris in Black and White, I've really enjoyed seeing what Pokemon Journeys have done with Iris's character, and the fact that she's in the Masters 8, she's now a proper trainer, she's part of like an elite group of trainers, because before she was just on a journey to become a dragon trainer. And hey, I'm all for that, but it's good to see some progression and good to see that she's now one of the good trainers. So anyway, heading over to the battlefield, we had ALAIN versus Leon, the first ever matchup in the Masters 8 tournament, and it was nice to see the return of Professor Sycamore and Marin. Even though they didn't talk at all, you know, I would have liked them to have a few words or a few more actions than just sitting and looking up at the screen, but it was nice to see the introduction of them two again. Both trainers sent out the Pokemon. Leon sent out Rillaboom and ALAIN sent out Chestnut. I was very surprised to see a Chestnut. I didn't think ALAIN had a Chestnut last time we saw him, but hey, you know, it's been several years, he's caught some more Pokemon, and it's good to see that he's got a Chestnut. And pretty much straight off the bat, Leon brings back Rillaboom and Gigantamax. And as I used to say, the animation was pretty good, and they brought back that super amazing music. I love the Gigantamax music. I've probably got it playing in the background of this video as well, because it's just one of my favourite musics from the soundtrack of Pokemon Journeys. But I was quite surprised to see a Gigantamax Rillaboom. I thought he'd go save that for the Charizard, but anyway, it's nice to see a different Pokemon he is Gigantamax in. The Gigantamax didn't last that long because Rillaboom went back to its normal form and beat Chestnut like it was pretty much nothing. Although I will say Chestnut did put up quite a good fight. I like the fact when Rillaboom, when it was in Gigantamax form, was doing the Dijet. I can't remember what its English name is, but we're going to call it Dijet. And Chestnut went for Gyro Ball and was dodging it all. I thought that was really good animation. I really liked the fact that he was dodging it and not just one hit straight off the bats. But anyway, didn't really matter because Rillaboom did beat Chestnut. ALAIN then brings out his Charizard, and it's very good to see this Charizard again. I mean, it's been several years. Last time we saw it was at the end of X, Y, and Z, but it's very good to see it, and yeah, it's quite as powerful as ever as it one hits Rillaboom, and Rillaboom goes out. Leon then brings out his Charizard, so we can have a Charizard versus Charizard. But ALAIN decides to bring him back and send out his Malamar, which of course was one hit by Leon's Charizard. I mean, Leon's Charizard is just so powerful. Malamar stood no chance whatsoever. And now that ALAIN is down to one Pokemon, he's going to bring back his Charizard. So we can have Charizard versus Charizard. And straight off the bat, ALAIN decides to Mega Evolve his Charizard into Mega Charizard X. And now here we are. We've got Leon's Charizard against ALAIN's Mega Charizard X. And I mean, both of them pretty much on the same power level. I'd say Mega Charizard X is probably a bit more powerful. But because it's Pokemon Journeys and Leon needs to stay that #1 undefeated trainer, yeah, very sad to say, but Leon's Charizard pretty much one hit ALAIN's Mega Charizard X. I mean, it's been so many years since we've seen ALAIN. We've been wanting ALAIN back into the anime for so long, and his first episode back, he pretty much gets destroyed. They did him dirty. I would have loved to see more of a battle, a lot more of ALAIN versus Leon. At least have a full episode dedicated to the battle, not just half an episode and all the Pokemon getting one hit throughout it. But with ALAIN losing that match, it means that Leon will be shooting forward to the semi-finals. And then we end this episode with Lance and Diantha getting ready, heading out on the battlefield, and we have that to be continued. And that's where the episode ends. But anyway, what are my thoughts on this episode? I mean, I really enjoyed it. I really like the introduction of Hop and seeing that it's just upbeat and as joyful as ever. I really like the fact that he interacted with Go quite a bit. I thought he would just be against Ash, but he did sit next to Go in the stadium and they had good chemistry there. I really liked their little bond they had. Even though it wasn't for long, I thought they got on really well. I like the fact that Team Rocket was there and they brought back their radio show. I really enjoyed that. Seeing all the Masters 8, I mean, that was just so good to seeing them all in one big room, seeing them all together, seeing them interacting with each other. I would have liked to see them properly interact with each other, not just stare at Ash and Iris and get annoyed because they walked in the room. I would have liked them all to have a little bit of a conversation, a little bit of get to know each other, a little bit reminiscing about the times they've had. I mean, Ash has met all of these in this room. He's had adventures, he's battled, he's helped save the world with everybody here, so I would have liked to see a little bit of connection with that and talking about that. I really did like the fact that Iris was fangirling over Diantha and Cynthia. It did make me laugh. It really was nice to see. And other than that, I would have just liked the episode to be a bit longer. You know, have more of a battle with ALAIN and Leon. Just make it a bit more exciting, because this is like the opening match. In my opinion, it just fell a little bit flat. So anyway, what do I have to say about this episode? I mean, I thought it was a really good episode. I mean, I've said my points a few seconds ago, what I'd like to see, what I thought they did really well. But yeah, I thought the animation style was good. I thought the music was good. I thought the story, the story is part of the main story, so that was perfect. So I think the rating I'm going to give this episode is an 8.5 out of 10. The only thing they could have done better was ALAIN and Leon having more of a battle. And I wanted to see the Masters 8 interact with each other and have a talk and have a conversation, but we didn't get that. But it was a good episode nevertheless, and my recommendation would be to watch it. It's the start of the Masters 8, and it's only going to be getting better from here. So anyway, I'm going to leave this episode here. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. It means the world. We are back. We are going to continue in this throughout the Masters 8 tournament, so stick around for that. But I hope you all enjoyed. Smash that like button if you did, subscribe if you are new, and let me know what you thought of this episode down below in the comments. I'll be checking, I'll be reading, I'll be replying, so put a message down there and I'll probably reply to that. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week with the next episode.